Hello, everyone. Welcome back to math. I have some exciting news for you. We are almost done with module 1. We are on lesson 38 today. Tomorrow we'll do 39, and then we're done with module 1. But we do have to take a math test over module 1. It's going to be very similar to what you took before with the mid-module, but that's okay. Let's not worry about that today. Let's talk about 38 today. Today, you are going to use the addition chart to help me solve subtraction problems. Now, we've seen this addition chart before. Remember, you don't have your addition chart. So today's assignment and today's lesson are going to be a little different. So we're going to use the addition chart with Miss Curry, and I'm going to use my addition chart, and I'm going to put it up on the board for me, okay? You don't have an addition chart unless you have access to a computer or a printer, and then you can print out the one that I have posted in the Google Classroom. But if you don't, that's okay. So let's go through the video, and I will explain what you're going to do for your assignment today at the end of the video. So let's go and get started. You don't have a fluency today. There's no sprint in your Google Classroom, so we're not going to do a sprint today. We are going to jump right in and get our brains working with our application problem. So give me just a second to get that ready, and then we'll get right in it. Make sure you have a whiteboard and a marker. So when I pause, if you need to go find it, you pause too, okay? Go find your whiteboard and marker, come back, and then push play. All right. All right, guys, hopefully you have your whiteboard and marker. I don't know that my detective hat day on today because I've got my hair up. We'll go ahead and just take it off. All right, so let's look at our application problem. Even though I don't have my detective hat on, we are still detectives. So we still need to read through the entire detective case. We need to look for clues and figure out what we have to do. So let's get reading, find out what we have to do first. Jesse and Carl were comparing the beads they picked up. Jesse picked up 9 beads. 5 of them were red and the rest were white. Carl picked up 5 red beads and 4 white beads. Carl said they had the same number of white beads. Is Carl correct? Draw and label your work to show your thinking. Now, let's look at that last sentence. Draw and label your work to show your thinking. Does it tell me how I have to solve this problem today? Only thing it tells me I have to do is draw and label. So could I use any of the strategies we've learned in this whole entire module to solve this? Yeah, we could definitely do that. So let's start looking at clues. And here's what I'm gonna do. I know that we have 2 people, Jesse and Carl. So I'm gonna do 2 separate things, okay? That way it'll help me see what Jesse has and what Carl has. So I'm going to label this side Jesse and this side Carl. Okay, that way I know that if I'm working with Jesse's numbers, I can put it over here. If I'm working with Carl's numbers, I can put it over here. So let's read through and find our clues, okay? Jesse and Carl were comparing the beads they picked up. Now, if I'm comparing something, I'm looking to see how they're similar, okay? Jesse picked up 9 beads. That's a clue. Jesse picked up 9 beads. I'm gonna draw 9, because remember, I have to draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's my 9 beads, okay? 5 of them were red and the rest were white. There are some clues in there. I've got 5 that were red and the rest were white. So how can I use my drawing and show that 5 of those beads are red? Color 5 in. I could circle 5. I'm going to color 5 in. Helps me see it better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to say that these are the red beads. I put a little R under there for red. I know that 5 of those are red. How else could I show this? I bet I could draw a number bond. Let's draw a number bond. Okay, so I had 9 beads total. I'm gonna put total here. I'm gonna put an R here for red and a W here for white. And I know that there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red beads. This is my mystery number because we don't know. Okay, so let's keep reading and see if there's any more clues for Jesse. Carl picked up 5. Okay, so we're not ready for Carl yet. Let's finish with Jesse. Can I use what I have here to help me solve for my mystery number? Yeah, I could say that we have how many white beads left over? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 white beads left over. Now, can I make this into an addition subtraction sentence? Yeah, I've got information I already know. I can say that we had 9 beads total. 5 of them were red, the rest were white. There's my subtraction. I could have said I have 5 white beads and 5 red beads and some white beads. And together I have 9. I know that 5 and 4 make 9. Okay, now let's keep going and see if Carl has. Carl picked up 5 red beads and 4 white beads. Is there clues there? Yeah, he had 5 red and 4 white. Now I can draw that out. I can say that here's my 5 red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm gonna put an R for red and a W for white. And he had 4 white beads. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, Carl said they had the same number of white beads. Is Carl correct? Well, you know what? Let's take what we know and let's make a number bond just like we did for Jesse. I'm gonna label it total, R for red, W for white. How many red beads did we have for Carl? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many white beads did Carl have? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many beads total? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, can I look at what I have and say, does Carl and Jesse have the same white beads? Well, I can look in 2 places right now. I can look here at our drawing. He had 4 white beads here, and he has 4 white beads here. I can look at my number bond. I have my W labeled for white. I have 4. Come over here and look for my W for white, and he had 4. So do they both have the same number of white beads? Yeah. Is Carl correct? Do they have the same number? Yes, they do. Okay, so we have drawn our picture. We labeled it. We even drew out number bonds to help us, and we even have number sentences. So you have all your work done. We've solved the case. We drew and labeled our work to show our thinking, and we solved to say Carl's correct. They have the same number of white beads. They had 4 white beads each. Good job, guys. All right, I want you to erase your boards. Now, in the video today, Miss Curry is going to tell you you need your what's it called? The addition chart. Sorry. You're also going to need a yellow color pencil. You're also going to need paper and pencil. Now, I know that you don't have the addition chart unless you printed it out. And I'm okay you don't have that chart today. It's okay. I do want you to follow along though, okay? If you don't have paper and pencil, it's okay if you use your whiteboard instead, okay? And if you don't have a whiteboard, then just use paper and pencil. It's fine. Either way is fine with me. I'm okay. I'm flexible. I'm flexible in my thinking. So if you don't have the materials that we're asking for right now, we'll trade it up. So if you don't have a whiteboard, you can use paper and pencil. If you don't have paper and pencil, you can still use your whiteboard. Now, I know you don't have the addition sheet, and that's okay because she's going to have it on her video, and I'm going to put it on my board today, okay? Might be a little tricky to see, so I want you to reference the video images more than you reference mine, but I'm going to show you on mine too, okay? So I'm going to pause so I can get everything set up and get ready for this video, okay? See you in just a second. Okay, guys, I'm back. This is the addition chart I was telling you about. We've already seen this addition chart when we were looking at our facts and we were coloring them in, okay? Miss Curry is going to tell you, again, if you have this sheet, you can use it. If you don't, just follow along with Miss Curry and I. She's going to tell us that we need a yellow color pencil or yellow crayon. I don't have yellow, but I do have my green. So I'm going to use my green marker today when Miss Curry's using the yellow marker today, okay? So I just want you guys to follow along. You are going to have to write out some things, so make sure you're going to write it out on your board or on your paper, okay? Now I'm going to share my screen. And you can still see me, I'm up here in the corner. Let me make her a little bigger. And we'll follow Miss Curry today, okay? Here we go. Oh, it might help if I, hold on, let me make sure my volume's up all the way. Okay, let's try that again. Here we go.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Curry, and today we're going to use the addition chart to solve subtraction problems. For this lesson, you'll need a fresh addition chart, a yellow colored pencil or crayon, and paper and pencil. We usually use our personal whiteboards and whiteboard markers, but today if you have a pencil and paper, that's going to be even better. So push pause and grab your materials. Do you remember when we did all that work with the addition chart? How did it help us with our addition facts? Very good. All of the +0 add-ins are here. The +1 add-ins are here in this column. And then it goes +2s, +3s, and that pattern continues. When we look across the rows, they all start with the same first add-in or the same first part. So we have 1 + 0, 1 + 1, 1 + 2. And then we have 2 plus and 3 plus. They have the same first part. Do you remember that the totals made a staircase? So if we look across the bottom, the total here would be 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. And then the next is 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. And all of the problems that are around each other are related. For example, let's go 4 + 3 = 7. And right below it, 5 + 3 = 8, which is 1 more. And notice the only difference between these problems is that 5 is 1 more than 4. Look, we can continue. 6 + 3, 6 is 1 more than 5. And the total 9 is 1 more than this total, which is 8. Well, today we're going to use this addition chart to solve subtraction problems because addition and subtraction are very closely related. We're going to start with the problem 7 - 4. Before we use the addition chart, we're going to first draw a number bond with what we know.
Okay.
So take out a piece of paper.
Get your stuff ready.
In the upper left-hand corner right here, we're going to draw a number bond.
I'm going to use my bond.
Not too big because we're going to draw a couple number bonds, but about this size. I hope you're using a pencil to draw because if you make a mistake, then you can erase it. I'm drawing with pen so that it shows up really well for you, and let's just hope I don't make a mistake. Let's go ahead and write the expression next to it. 7 - 4. In 7 - 4, what is the whole?
Remember, when you're subtracting, your whole's going to come first.
So let's write 7 in the number bond here. And what is our known part?
We know that 4.
4, great job. Let's write 4 here. And for now, let's leave this missing part empty. Let's take a close look at our addition chart. Can you find the problems on this addition chart that have a part that is 4? Take a moment to find those problems and then turn and tell a partner, or you can say it out loud to me.
Where do you see 4s on your chart? I see 4s
Okay,
here.
tell me which problems have 4 as a part.
And I see some 4s here. I see lots of 4s.
I'm going to put a little arrow right here to show that this row here all starts with the part 4. And this column right here, the second addend, or the second part, is 4. Now this chart shows us our parts, but it doesn't tell us the totals. Which of the problems in this row and this column have a total of 7? Go ahead and find those now, and you can either tell a partner or say it out loud to me.
Remember, if you don't know off the top of your head, you can put 4 in your head and count on. 4, 5, 6, 7. Count it on 3 more.
Which problems
So
have a
3
total
plus 4
of 7?
or 4 plus 3.
Did you say 4 plus 3 and 3 plus 4?
Yeah.
If you did, you are absolutely right. Let's color those problems yellow.
Hard to see it on my board because my board's kind of, let's zoom in a little bit.
If you need extra time to color, push pause now
There.
and then hit play when you're ready to continue.
Make it a little darker.
All right, we're ready to finish up our number bond.
All right, so now we know that 4 plus.
We knew that the total or the whole was 7 and one part was 4. What was our missing part?
We determined that it was 3.
Excellent. So 7 minus 4 equals 3. What addition problem helped us figure that out?
We knew that it was either 4 plus 3 or 3 plus 4.
Great job. Let's now color the total 7 yellow.
I'm not going to color my 7 in because I'm just going to erase it.
Let's try
All right.
8 minus 4.
I'm going to erase this one.
Let's slide our work up and create another number bond.
I know.
This number bond will be for 8 minus 4. Go ahead and write that now.
I know that 8 is going to be my what? 8 is going to be my total because it comes
In 8
first in a
minus
subtraction
4,
problem.
what's the total? 8. What part do we know?
We know the 4 because there's our 4.
4. Let's take a look at our addition chart again. We know that one of the parts is 4, so we can actually use this same row and the same column to look for problems that have a total now of 8.
I think that one's a little curious because it's a double. If I have 4 more, that gives me 8. And I know that 3
What
plus
problems did you
7 or
find?
3 plus 4 was 7. So 1 more makes 4.
It was just one problem. It's 4 plus 4, isn't it? That's a doubles. Let's color it yellow. Let's finish the number bond. We knew that in 8 minus 4, our total was 8, and one part was 4. What do we know now about the other part?
We know that it's 4.
It's 4. So 8 minus 4 equals 4. And what addition number sentence did we use to solve this?
We used the 4 plus 4.
4 plus 4 equals 8. Let's write that down as well. Let's color our total in the number bond yellow.
Remember, I'm not going to color in my total because I'm going to erase mine. Because I don't have a broom on mine like she does.
Now let's try 9 minus 4. Turn your paper over. And let's start with a number bond. Go ahead and write the expression 9 minus 4. In minus 4, what is our total?
What's our total? 9.
9.
Part we know
What's our
is
known part?
4.
4. Very good. And right now, we'll leave this missing part blank. Let's look at our addition chart. We know we'll be looking for a row that has a part of 4.
So we can still use the same
So we
row
can
and
use
column.
this same row and this same column.
Now, if we know
But
that
this time, the total we're looking for is 9.
Now-
So take a moment to find the problems that have 9 as a total in this row and in this column.
and if we
Go ahead.
know that 4 and 4 make 8, what happens if we add one more and make it 4 and 5? It makes it 9. So I'm going to find 4 and 5.
Read me the
And
expressions
5
that have a
and 4.
total of 9. 5 plus 4 and 4 plus 5. Let's color those both yellow. What an interesting shape that made. How would you describe that shape?
Kind of looks like a plus sign, doesn't it?
Some people might say a letter T, or a cross, or a turned sideways X. Notice in the row, the first part, 4, stayed the same, while the second part increased by 1 every time. That means it got bigger by 1 every time. In the vertical column here, our second addend was 4 every time. And the first addend increased by 1 each time, or got bigger by 1. That's what's causing this shape. I think you are ready for the problem set.
Okay, now let's finish this one though. She didn't finish this one. I have 9 minus 4. It's going to equal, we said 4 plus 5 and 5 plus 4. So it's going to equal 5. So 5 is our mystery number. Now I can tell you the addition problem we use, 4, 5, and 5 and 4. So I could say 5 plus 4 equals 9. Now, let's get out of this real quick because I want to talk to you about your problem set. Okay, let me back up a little bit so I'm not so close. Okay, now your problem set today is a little tricky because you don't have this to color, and it doesn't, the directions don't really make a whole lot of sense when you read it. So it's a little confusing. So here's what I want you to do today, okay? You are not going to do the problem set 1 through 5, but you are going to complete your exit ticket, okay? Don't do your problem set. If you just want to write a smiley face on your problem set, that's fine with me. Or if you want to highlight it to make it look like what we did up here today, you can do that. But I'm not going to have you guys do the problem set 1 through 5. I do want you to do the exit ticket, okay? So make sure you do your exit ticket and turn that into me. You don't have to do the problem set. You have to do the exit ticket, okay? So work on that. If there's any questions, please feel free to email me and I'll try to get in touch with you guys and help you the way I can. But remember, not doing the problem set, you're doing the exit ticket, okay? And I will talk to you guys in the next lesson. Bye.